Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, I'd like to start this session by appreciating your support so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, please just hit the subscribe button and then you can hit the like button. So, Otiende AMOLLO has issued a statement that only translates to Kenya Kwanza people playing monkey business in these matters of national dialogue. I don't have to remind you that the teams of the Kenya Kwanza and the Azimio Kenya Alliance have already formed their own. They have already named their own 7-member team members who are supposed to take charge of that dialogue. Yesterday, I did an analysis and said that Azimio Kenya were not okay with the fact that Kenya Kwanza had included Aden Keinan in that 7-member list of people to represent the Kenya Kwanza faction in the national dialogue. Of course, Azimio have their own team members, which is being held. I think the team is being headed by Otiende AMOLLO. So Otiende AMOLLO cited monkey business kind of tactics being applied by the Kenya Kwanza people. So in a press statement that the Azimio Kenya Alliance issued in a press statement, they said they have realized that there are people within the other Kenya Kwanza faction are not serious about the national dialogue. They are saying they are not serious, the people, the other faction is not serious because until now they have not picked the person who is supposed to co-chair that committee. Because of course the Azimio Kenya Alliance have Otiende AMOLLO, but then on the part of Kenya Kwanza, they have not appointed anybody. They have not given a framework. Rules of engagement have not been issued from their end. So that means they are just buying time. I say so because there is a joint press statement by the Azimio Kenya Alliance. Otiende AMOLLO cited the issues that they'd like to have discussed in that national dialogue. But in that issue, the first thing that they put as a priority is the cost of unga and electricity and fuel. They're saying that those are supposed to be reduced. The second part, they've said a forensic audit of IEBC server. That is very important for the national building. The fourth part is the bipartisan constitution of the IEBC. The fifth one is respect to democracy and party discipline. I think these 4 items are the reasons why Kenya Kwanza people are dilly-dallying, because the issue of cost of unga imewashinda. The issue of forensic audit of IEBC servers wamekuwa wakiipinga. Bipartisan constitution of IEBC wamekuwa wakiipinga. Then the respect to democracy and party discipline is something that they've been doing. They don't have respect for party discipline. So all these 4 items, I think, are the reasons why Kenya Kwanza people are dilly-dallying. They are playing delay kind of tactic. So let's listen in to what Otiende AMOLLO said in that press statement.
We individually and collectively thank our principals and colleagues in the coalition for the great honor bestowed upon us, and assure the coalition and our supporters and the general public that we will do our very best to ensure we achieve the set goals. We reiterate the commitment by the coalition and this team to an honest, open and genuine dialogue that will result in meaningful change in the lives of the people of Kenya. We will give every effort to find answers to the 4 main issues as framed by the coalition, namely a reduction in the cost of unga, electricity and fuel, forensic audit of the IEBC servers, bipartisan reconstitution of the IEBC, and respect for democracy and party discipline. We reiterate our readiness and commitment to the process, but decry the delay exhibited by our Kenya Kwanza counterparts. We note the delay in naming the 7 members of the team, and up to now, note that they have not named the co-chair, leaving us at a loss as to whom to engage. As a further demonstration of our commitment, we hereby announce as follows. 1. We have prepared a draft framework of engagement to guide the process. and await to engage on the same with our counterparts. 2, we have appointed the following as assisting counsel. First, Professor Makau Mutua, and second, Honorable Jeremiah Kioni. 3, we have appointed Advocate Paul Mwangi to act as Joint Secretary. We note that our counterparts have named Honorable Adan Kainan as part of their team. Honorable Kainan is a member of Azimio. The issue of party discipline is one of the 4 cardinal issues on the table, and his inclusion is in bad faith, unlawful, and intended to delay the process. We therefore request our counterparts to reconsider and replace Honorable Kainan so that we can move with speed.
So in that press statement, there are conditions which Azimio have issued. And I think if my facts are correct, I think there is going to be demonstrations if these conditions are not met. If these conditions are not met, most likely Azimio will not be party to this national dialogue. So Kenya Kwanza people have been asked to remove Aden Kainan, Honorable Aden Kainan, because they are saying that Kainan is still part of Azimio, because Jubilee has not left Azimio. Jubilee is part of Azimio, and Aden Kainan is a Jubilee member. So that means he is part of Azimio. So the mere fact that Kainan is being involved in this national dialogue, according to Azimio, is a slap in the face. That's what Edwin Sifuna said yesterday. It is a slap in the face. So one of the conditions is remove Aden Kainan, then let's talk. Also, Azimio are saying from that video that Kenya Kwanza people have not named a co-chair. Of course, a co-chair have been named in the Azimio part, which is now the Otiende AMOLLO, but on the part of Kenya Kwanza, they have not named a co-chair. That means, to me, they're not taking this issue, seriously. That is what I interpret from that move. If at all they have not named it, the person, then that means they're not serious about the whole issue. So the other reasons which means they're not serious, because first, they have included Aden Kainan. I'm foreseeing a scenario by now, because Edwin Sifuna said this is like a slap in the face, they might have to pick Kainan as the co-chair. Now, should that happen, that will be one of the biggest insults on the Azimio One Kenya Alliance, because Aden Kainan is still part of Azimio. So picking Aden Kainan to be a co-chair itakuwa ni kitu kimoja ambao inaweza husishwa kwamba ni madharau ya hali ya juu. Kainan hawezi kuwa part of that committee because he is Azimio. Azimio people are picked 7 members. Now picking Aden Kainan means Azimio people will be 8. Now the other Azimio person who's rebellious will now represent the interests of Kenya Kwanza, whereas it's supposed to represent the interests of the Azimio One Kenya Alliance. So that's why we find that what Otiende AMOLLO is saying here in this analysis is akin to saying that monkey business in Kenya Kwanza, monkey business is seen in Kenya Kwanza's lack of seriousness in handling this national dialogue. If you listen to what Rigathi Gachagua said yesterday, Moses Wetangula said yesterday, Mudavadi said when he was in Nakuru yesterday, and RUTO said yesterday, so that the only meaning to their remarks is that hawana haja na hii kitu. Whereas national dialogue is supposed to create some kind of peace, some cohesion, peace and cohesion. What they're trying to do is to amplify the tension in Kenya. So the tension in the country is being amplified by RUTO, Gachagua, Wetangula, Mudavadi. And what amuses me is the fact that Mudavadi also has the audacity to talk to Raila Amollo Odinga in that manner. The truth of the matter is that if Raila Amollo Odinga and Mudavadi wakisimama kura, wapigiwe kura Western peke yake, Western, Mudavadi atashindwa. So Mudavadi does not have the capacity kuongelea Raila Amollo Odinga venye anaongelea. The same to Wetangula. Hawa ni watu ambao Raila amekuwa akiwabeba tu just to give them political relevancy. Amekuwa akiwabeba hapa kama vile mtoto anabeba mtoto mdogo wa 2 months old. So Mudavadi amekuwa akibebwa tu hivyo because he himself doesn't even have, a party right now, ladies and gentlemen. So what we are saying in this channel, what I'm saying in this channel is that lack of seriousness has been cited from the Kenya Kwanza people. So that explains why most people have said that this government itakuwa ni ile government ya one term. That is the reality, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a one-term government. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to urge you to give us your comment about this issue. And also, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.